Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Emily and today I'm going to go through my big stack of books that I've bought recently, probably within the last week or so, that hopefully I'll get to reading soon. There's one book I've already read and another book that I'm in the process of reading. It's just because it's a sequel and I was like, I need to read the next book to this book. I'm looking forward to going through this. So I'll start off. So I got some of these books. I went for a trip up to the city and thought, you know, be good to get some books, and so I saved up a bit of money so I could go book shopping, and this is what I came out with. So the first book I want to talk about that I bought is Big Little Lies by Liane Moriarty. Sorry, not really good at pronouncing names. So one of the things that I looked at when I was starting to get into reading was actually getting books that I actually really enjoyed and loved, like the movie or the TV show that was based on the book. So I had a rough idea as to what I enjoyed. So I haven't actually watched a show to this, but my guess is like if they made a show on it, like obviously the book has to be good. So that is my theory for this, but I'm looking forward to reading and then watching the show because that's what I'd like to do. I've mentioned it before, but that is my goal, is to read the book first and then watch the show. So the next book I have on my list is George Orwell's 1984. About to say 1985, but I'm not too sure. Like, I know it's like really freaky, like the kind of comparisons that he wrote in like the 1940s compared to like how the world is now, and I know that's a bit creepy and yeah, a little superstitious, but I really am looking forward to like reading it because like everyone goes on about it, and I kind of want to get that perspective of what he had in his mind and the perspective he had, and like how much I can see in today's world. And I like looking at political issues sometimes, depending on the issue, as well as social issues. So hopefully this will be a good book to get into when I'm in the mood to read such a serious book. The next book I bought was Stephen King's Misery. So I was watching Noelle's videos, and she's talked about Stephen King quite a lot because she's a massive fan, and she said if you were wanting to get into reading Stephen King, or at least try to get into reading him, reading Misery is like the first thing you should do. So I bought it so I can at least give it a try. I don't know if I like horror yet, so I'm like, if I'm gonna do horror, I might as well read Stephen King. But I know that a lot of people don't really like Stephen King's writing, but yeah, but I trust like people like Noelle and other people that have given it like 5 stars. Like, there's obviously a reason. So I am looking forward to reading this. Like, the premise seems really cool. Like, super fan kidnapping a writer to finish off a series that they absolutely love. I can see people wanting to do that with Game of Thrones, but yeah. Anyway, I really like the cover to this too. It's really like retro, and they've got other covers for it too. So I might end up like getting like the Carrie one because I've watched the movie to Carrie, or the newer one. I didn't mind that. I don't really want to watch the older one because it looks so much more scarier. But I might want to read it one day. I don't know. I don't know if I would get spooked out in books or if it's just in movies because it's a lot more visual. Next, I have Pride and Prejudice. So I want to start reading classics that I should have read like ages ago, or like just should have at least read some things about. So I've got Pride and Prejudice on my list. I've also got I also want to get Jane Eyre and like Emma and a couple of like Charlotte Bronte's books. So I'm wanting to I want to like broaden myself to like the classical books that were written in like the 1800s and stuff like that. So I really am interested in reading Pride and Prejudice. Never watched the movie, so that's going to be fun. But will watch it after I read the book, obviously. And even then, like, I know, like, who could say no to Colin Firth? Like, come on. So the next book I bought was a bit of a spontaneous one, but it is V.E. Schwab's Vicious. So I've been, like, getting into a lot more, like, booktube videos, and every time, like, someone mentions V.E. Schwab, they, like, mention this book. So I'm curious as to how, like, good it is, and, like, you know, how amazing it is. Like, I know, like, whenever she writes a book, like, a lot of people are like, oh my god, like, it's the best work that she's written. So I'm looking forward to at least getting into V.E. Schwab and hopefully I enjoy her writing and what the content is. So I am looking forward to reading that one. Yeah, it was a bit of a spontaneous buy. I just saw it on the shelf and I'm like, ooh, okay, that looks interesting. Like, I've seen people rave about it, so maybe I should do it too. Okay, so the next books I bought at a second-hand bookstore, and I really am looking forward to reading these because I started it when I was, like, in primary school, but I kind of stopped after, like, the second book, I think, because they were just too different from the movies, and that is the Princess Diaries by Meg Cabot. And and these are, like, I don't know if these are the original names, but, like, they're the ones that I grew up with, like the Sixational, Give Me Five, and Third Time Lucky. So these were the covers, like, I grew up with, and, like, the titles I saw, like, in, like, Drinking by Myself. She was like, oh well, like, I really like the previous names, like, with instead of, like, the new ones that they got, like Princess in Love and Princess in Training and stuff like that. So I was really wanting to, and then I was like, you know what, I really love these covers and the names. I kind of want to try and collect these ones, but I'll see how we go, because, like, they might be hard to get, as I've figured out, because it took me a while to figure out what the names are for all of these books, because it's literally nowhere. I just found it on Wikipedia though, but yeah. Okay, so the next book, I don't actually know what it's about. Like, I've kind of flicked through it because I'm really intrigued, because it's got all the different, like, page colors on, like, the side, so you're, like, curious as to what all those black pages are. So it is Illuminae by Amie, Kaufman, and J. Kristoff. So I've heard a lot of people rave about this, and I read the, like, kind of the first couple of pages to see, like, how it works, and I don't know, it seems really intriguing. Just being able to get, like, figure out the story through reports and things like that. So, like, instead of actual dialogue from, like, actual characters and, like, secret recording, like, secret, you know, between the two characters and stuff like that. So I reckon that'd be really, really interesting, just having like public reports and stuff like that, and information hidden and things like that. So I didn't get the other two books because I kind of want to read this before I get the other two, because I don't know if I will like it, but then at the same time I just want to finish it. So I mean, if I don't understand it, then that would be something, but everyone that has talked about it, like, loves it, so I'm kind of like, do I just want to just get the other two anyway? But we'll see how it goes, because I'm still, like, kind of new to, like, reading different things and getting into different styles of writing, so I'll see how it works for me first before I get any more. But I'm looking forward to at least digging into this a little bit more. The next book I bought was a bit of a spontaneous book. It is Goodnight, Punpun. So we went to a manga store, and, like, I'm not really into, like, anime and manga, so I was like, oh, this is just not gonna be for me. But anyway, I'll just go have a look, see if there might be something for me. And I kind of just saw, like, the spine on this one, and I thought, that looks interesting. Like, I'm curious, like, what would that be about? Goodnight, Punpun. And then, like, I read the back, and I was like, he wants to win a Nobel Prize and save the world. He wants the girl he has a crush on to like him back. He wants to find some porn. That's what he wants. But what does he get? Like, you got me. I'm definitely going to want to read this. Yeah, I just need to figure out how to read manga, but I was looking at a couple of reviews on Goodreads, and from what I could see, like, it's a pretty good manga. So yeah, I only bought the first one because it was expensive, and also I don't know if I'm going to like it, so I don't want to invest money in something that I may or may not know if I'm going to like. And I read the first couple of pages, and it seems interesting, like, so I'll have to see if I get into the story and how I like it and what the actual story is about, because I don't really know other than those things that he wants. So we'll see about that. So the next book I bought was because I really want to start, like, not really start, but I want to, try and engage myself more into, like, the YouTube community and things like that. So when I saw that Noel, Elias and Joel were starting a book club called the Late Night Book Club, I was like, okay, this might be a good time to actually join, like, a book club, or, like, do a book club kind of thing, because I want to, do that, but, like, I don't want to start into one that's already going, but I don't know really how bookworks club goes, so I kind of wanted to start, like, fresh and see how I go. So I bought the book for it, and it's The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So I think it's just mainly like a actress talking to a reporter about her life, and I think that's, like, the whole premise. I'm not too sure, like, I kind of want to go into this, like, a bit blank-headed about the whole story, because I just want to get that fresh, that fresh reaction from myself to see how it is, and, like, then I can hopefully contribute a bit better to the book club, maybe, when, like, they have when they have, like, a live stream, and I just want to, like, try and experience it as much as I can. So I might do a reading vlog for this I might do a reading vlog for this, so I am going to do that, so I can show you my process of, like, getting to know, like, a book club. And I wanted to do it for other book clubs, so I have, like, a reading process for how I go and how, like, I felt participating in, like, 1 month of a book club. I will definitely do, like, the free ones first, because I don't want to be spending money, because I don't like doing that. Only on books, so that's where my money goes. So I will be starting that one. Okay, so next is the sequel. So I bought Journey into Darkness. So I've got the first book, Mindhunter, which is based on the TV show. I really like the TV show, so I thought I might as well buy the book, because I really love the TV show. Love serial killer kind of things. So yeah, so I thought I'll just buy into Journey into Darkness, and I got, like, the blood print there. I saw the original covers. I'm not a huge fan of those, like, 80s styled books. Like, some, like, I like, but these ones I just wasn't the biggest fan of. And these ones are based on the Netflix show. So and I think it's more like non-fiction, like, analysis, which I actually enjoy. So I will definitely be sinking my teeth into this one when I can, because, oh my god, I live for crime and murder, and not really, but you know what I mean. Like, I really like those types of things. Like, I did start a degree in criminology, so probably that's why. Okay, so the next books I bought, it's 2 in a series. I thought the third one had already come out, but no, it doesn't come out to the end of next month, or end of September. I don't know when I'm uploading this, so it might be out by the time I upload this. So I bought Nevermore, and I was really intrigued by the book, so I practically, like, I was like, oh, I'll only, like, read like the first, like, chapter. Like, I'm not gonna be really seriously reading this. The first chapter got me so bad, and I literally read, like, 15 chapters in one day, because I honestly loved it. And I read it in 3 days, like I split it into 3. I loved it. Absolutely loved this first book. And I was like, okay, because I'm reading through this so fast, I have to get the second book, and if I can, find the third book. But the third book doesn't come out until end of September, so yes, I could only get the second book, which was Wundersmith, and I was reading online because I was like, okay, I need more of these books. Like, oh my god, these are amazing books. Like, oh my god, like if you want to boycott like Harry Potter, like these are where to go. Like, they're like Harry Potter but not, and it's like unique in its own way, and it's middle grade. So oh yeah, this book put me through such a roller coaster of emotions. Oh my god, like, so it's about Morrigan Crow, who is cursed as a child, and she pretty much has to she's dealing with the fact that she's going to die soon, when she's like 11 years old. And then she like finds out that, you know, that, well, not finds out, but like someone pretty much takes her away from her home, and then like gives her a new life. And oh my god, I absolutely love it. And now this one, like, I'm a bit like skeptical because like Jupiter's not in it much, and Jupiter is what gives it like that, you know, Jupiter is just like the soul in it a bit. Like, he kind of comes up with the witty jokes, and every time he comes in, I'm like, yes, give me more Jupiter. I need Jupiter. Just give it all the Jupiter you can. And then he leaves again for like another couple of chapters, and I'm like, no, I need Jupiter now. Like, please, like, this book's kind of getting a bit dense. Can you please give me Jupiter? But no, I am really, really enjoying this book still. Like, that's just a minor complaint about the whole Jupiter thing, but there's going to be a reason at the end, I'm sure. Such as like Dumbledore leaving Harry by himself for a year. Okay, so the next book series I bought is the Ark of Skype. So I don't actually really know much about it other than like the little synopsis they've got on the back, which is, I'll get it out. What if death was the only thing left to control? In a perfect world, the only way to die is to be gleaned by a professional Scythe. When Citra and Rowan are chosen to be apprentice Scythes, they know they have no option but to learn the art of killing. However, the terrifying responsibility of choosing their victims is just the start. Like, of course I want to read about that. Like, come on. Like, this is... I can tell this is going to be a good series. And now the book doesn't want to go back in. But yeah, it's by Neal Schusterman. So, yeah, I've heard a lot of great things, so I am expecting great things, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh my god, I don't want to break the book. Okay, so the last book I bought, it's not really the last book. I bought Cora. I'm not going to get it down, but it's up there. The first Cora book, which is Turf Wars. So I bought that. So I'm looking forward to that. But I also got Paper Girls with it. I want to start getting into a bit more like graphic novels because I know they're easy reads, and like I'm more of like a visual person. Like, if you like give, like, a reason why I struggled with reading for a while is because like I couldn't connect the words with like imagery, and like I couldn't understand, like sometimes I completely miss like important things, like important action bits, because my mind can't imagine the whole action in my head, and I just kind of skip through it because I don't want to, not that I don't want to, but I just can't connect the words with what's actually going on. And like sometimes my mind kind of feels like it jumps a beat because it thinks it knows what's going to happen, but it doesn't. So I want to start getting into graphic novels, and I saw Paper Girls and it intrigued me. I read like the first chapter and a half just to see how it was. It really, like, I mean, I'm invested. Can't remember the characters. Don't really know what it's about either. I know it's about aliens. So it's a bit sci-fi, but I'm willing to give sci-fi a go if it's good. Like, some sci-fi can be good. and some sci-fi can be in, like, in your face, and I don't really want sci-fi that's in my face, so hopefully this will be a good, like, in between or not in my face as much. So yeah, I bought this one just to give it a try, and if I like it, I'll get the other couple of books that go with it. I would rather avoid getting like the small paperback ones. I'd rather get like the big hardcover ones because I like the look of them, the style, and they're really pretty to hang on like your on your shelf and things. So yeah, so that's what I prefer. And also aliens on the back, of course. It's, you know, maybe that's a big hint as it's about aliens. I don't know, but looking forward to getting into this and reading it and seeing if I enjoy it, that I might want to get the other 2 books. So that's, yeah, that one's it, the last book. Anyway, that's it from me. So if you like any of these books, or if there's any book you want me to speed up reading so I can either do like a review on it or do something with it, like let me know. I'm waiting to read all these books at one point. I just don't know where to start. I have like a list of books I want to read, so I'm trying to get through those, but it's going to be a long list, so I'm going to maybe try and fit a couple of books like these ones in. So I, you know, like I did with Nevermore, like in the middle of my list, I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm just going to read Nevermore in the middle of Harry Potter, because why not? And then I realized I'm in the middle of like 3 fantasy like series, so there's Narnia, Harry Potter, and Nevermore, and I'm like, how am I keeping up with all these freaking fantasy worlds? Like, how? Anyway, so that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed. Go leave a comment, subscribe, like, do whatever, and till next time, bye.